Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Rana take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Ball, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Hey, welcome everyone. We are in NGS Season 13. I'm casting some lovely Division C East matches tonight. We've got going on between the teams of TRSG Spice, Team Rainbow Strike Go Spice, versus the teams of ICC Raiders, Ice Crown Citadel Raiders. And we're getting right into the thick of things here. No time to look at bans, no time to look at anything. We're going right into Sky Temple. First ban of the evening. First pick going over to the side of Spice. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, they're on the right side. We're on the right side. Yeah, baby! First ban going over to Spice. Wolf as first pick. First ban going on to Stukov. ICC Raiders countering with the Johanna ban. Johanna being a... she's got a lot of power. She hurts and she does a lot of things. But of course, Stukov with the first pick, or first ban rather, is also pretty potent because Stukov's annoying as hell. Even silence puddles all over the place, getting the place all goopy. Tychus ban coming in next. Percentage damage, focus damage, he's got it all. And there's a surprising amount of wave clear with the, I believe the level 7 grenade talent. Can do a ton of damage to minions. Second ban coming out of the Raiders. Rhaegar is the powerhouse and is still open, is the traditional ban in this particular slot, and there he is. And we got all the top meta picks out of the way, so now we can pick our favorites. So let's see what Spice has going on. We got Blaze coming in with a Blackstormer first pick. I do think I remember Blackstormer very much enjoying the Blaze pickup. I do think I remember that. And ICC Raiders has their next 2 picks to select from. Anduin and Falstad. Anduin, a very potent healer, one of the top performing currently, and Falstad is, of course, a very strong global presence, especially on a map with as much macro decisions as Sky Temple. Speaking of Sky Temple, I'm surprised to see no Abathur coming out yet, so I'm guessing both these teams neither play nor are concerned about an Abathur pick. Because usually it has a bit high priority, Brighton coming out on Grim, and Gola picking up the May. Second ban phase is what we're moving into here, and we're going to be looking at this first ban from ICC Raiders. Looks like we have a tank, a offlaner, and a healer, so we're probably going to be seeing some damage dealer get banned out here. We don't have either of the damage slots, so we're looking at literally anything. Avala is a perfectly fine choice. She has a large damage output and can scale very well into the late game. TRSG Spice looking at their own bans. A tank is still available for the side of the Raiders. I would suspect we'd see one of those bans. Potentially an offlaner as well if they have a focused pick. Or even, just get another damage dealer out there if there's a particularly scary one on the side of the Raiders. And Sylvanas it is with the damage dealer. Next 2 bans coming out, or 2 picks rather, coming out for ICC Raiders. We are likely to see a tank pick here. Could always hide it a little bit and do something a little bit cheeky, like grab a Garrosh or a Ubrak. And of course, slot damage dealer or offlaner most likely. Offlaner. Morel is a she's a pretty good offlaner. You gotta know how to play her, and if you can't play her, she can do a lot of damage, just strip the backline like it's nobody's business. But last 2 picks coming in from the side of TRSG Spice. These should be both damage picks, and we can see a lot of fun stuff coming in here. Could be anything. Kael'thas with the and Jimmy. Kael'thas and Jimmy. Some very standard damage pickups. And last pick coming in from the side of the Raiders. One last damage Xerxes is looking at something. I would suspect a mage of some sort, some kind of burst damage, and there it is. Mage burst damage, Jaina fits the bill entirely. Alright, not seeing any swaps come out, so here we are going into the first game of this 3-game series between the teams of Team Rainbow Strike Go and Ice Crown Citadel Raiders. Gotta work on the timing for that one. Anyways, taking a look at the comp on the left, we got May, Blaze, Caliphos, Raynor, and Brightwing. A very standard comp with a nice little global touch with the Brightwing on the other side. Falstad, Urel, and Bunjina and Anubarak. Very similar. I'd say they're more burst focused, and with the Falstad as a additional global touch. Just a pinch of a global on both of these teams.
I would prepare for your ceaseless battle.
Alright. On the left side, in the blue, we have Gola on the May, Blackstormer rocking the Blaze, Killer Fry rocking the Raynor, Grim on the Brightwing, and of course, Redface Beast on the Kael'thas. Rolling over to the red side here, on the right, we have Xerxes 89 on the Jaina, Zinzi, Zins on the Anduin, Mr. Papercut rocking the Falstad, Dark Knight on the Urel, and of course, who can forget X-Havoc on the Anubarak. Getting an early fly out to the vision point. And that is a victory for the Raiders. First point of vision going over the side of the Raiders. TRSG Spice is wanting none of that, and we have a pause happening early on. We can give this a little bit of a wait as we wait for whatever it is to happen is to happen. I, of course, have chat off, so if you're looking to snoop on what's being said, no. I have denied you that opportunity. I've denied you that privilege. Let's take a look at the numbers here. I expect a whole lot of goose eggs here. Look at all that. Look at all that and nothing. How about Soak? Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look at these APM numbers here. Falstad with the average APM of 67, currently rocking at 216 actions per minute. That's pretty fast. Raynor, of course, also doing that. That's a lot of numbers. Our May just kind of sitting still with an average of 4 actions per minute. That's that ain't a lot. But of course, it is still the early game, as in several seconds into the 14 seconds into the game, so it doesn't really matter what's going on there. Anything else fun we can look at? No experience soaked. I gotta say, a little bit disappointed in both these teams having their experience soaked at 14 seconds. Come on. Pump those numbers up. Some more zeros here. I think I've run out of... Oh my god. What? There's another panel here? What does this one do? Carried objective? I don't even know what that means. Kills and deaths and assists. Is that different from... Fun stuff, fun stuff. I'm learning all new things about my UI. Kills, death, and assists. I didn't realize that was a tab. Okay, do we have another one? Oh my god, there's more. There's more! Time CC'd enemy. And very interesting. Still more goose eggs, though. That's all. That's all I got. I don't get any more. I get no more thingies here. We can take a look at these talents we got going on. So May, of course, picking up the Ice Storm for additional bit of damage against, or damage in the Blizzard. Blaze going for the good old Adrenaline Stim Pack. Very excellent for offlaner, for double soaking, for just basically doing PvE really quickly, especially if you combine it with the, what is it, the Incendiary Gauntlets on, I think it's 4, for the additional PvE damage. Villain Fiction, you don't see that a whole lot. Usually see Kael'thas going for the good old Globe Quest. For the activatable shield, which gives them a good deal more survivability. But I guess 4% spell power is not that bad. And a little bit of healing whenever you hit your D button. Pretty nice. I don't know if there'll be a match in this match tonight. You know what? We could always see a match in a match tonight. Or there might not be a match in the match tonight. Who knows what matches? Still going on down the list. Raynor picking up ace in the hole. More damage to slowed or stunned heroes. Pretty cut and dry. And of course, Brightwing, who has only one talent choice really at level 1 Hyper Shift, which increases the healing of Rizzy and reduces the cooldown whenever a enemy minion dies near her. The other options are not really worth mentioning. Going over to the other side, we got Gathering Storm on the Falstad, looking for some hammer stacks. This, I've always thought is weird how easy this quest is to stack as compared to the Lightning quest. Like, this one takes like a couple seconds. Just like 2 or 3 team fights and you got it stacked to 30. Oh, and we're going! Oh, Blaze hitting the tackle button right away, not able to land anything, takes a whole bunch of damage trying to get out there. Oh, Falsa getting real low, but oh, that Anduin pull does need to share some love with the bombs. And look at Next Havoc getting a little bit body blocked by the rest of the team, and there he goes. No pull left for that. Oof. Very spicy. First quick kill onto the Nuke. Of course, several seconds of the game doesn't matter a whole lot. Falsa cleaning up the mid lane, rest of the red team cleaning up the bottom lane. Blue team has their own lanes done, and they're just waiting for the siege camp to pop up. You know, you get things done a little bit too fast. You got 6 seconds to kind of just hang out by the giants. Look at that clear. Jeez, that's so quick. Yeah, both these teams looking at getting their own siege camps. There we go. Okay, just to be a bit fair, let's go through the rest of these towns. So Dauntless, I believe that's fairly standard. A bunch of physical armor is always appreciated, especially against a Jimmy and a Blaze who has the additional attack speed. On the auto is light Anduin going for light will. I love that talent. One of my favorites. Is it good? You know, it's good. I like it. What do you mean? Jean, of course, one for Fingers of Frost for additional mana, regen, and the damage bonus after finishing the Globe quest, which is muy bueno. Of course, we did see the Spice side pick up their own siege camp a couple seconds ago, and is looking to be pushing in with this. Brightwing, of course, is in the bot lane with a global presence, able to warp up at any given time. Raiders just finishing off this camp here. And the last one is Legion of Beetles. We got Beetles coming out for the new Dark Knight, clearing up as top in the top lane as much as they possibly can. The Raiders are holding on to that cap for a bit. We'll see what comes of that. We got On the Way ping. That looks like it was from the... Oh, that came from the other direction. I don't know who was pinging On the Way. Alright, there's the Knights coming in. We're done saving that for later. The objective is up right now, so here they come. The Raiders did lose a good chunk of their front top wall here, which is structure damage, which does mean that's a bit of a boon for the side of the Spice. Which means they can trade effectively, depending on how much value these Knights can get here. And we didn't take Exterminator on the Jimmy, so the wave there won't be completely insane. Oh, but the Blizzard just does a lot of damage. Yrel get hopping into the backline, trying to get some interruptions out there. But it looks like the camp's gonna die before it's able to really reach the front gate, which does still mean that TRSG Spice is in the lead. However, both these shrines are in control of ICC Raider for a quick second before Spice is able to step feet on the top one. Dark Knight taking a little bit of damage, dodges the KT stun, and gets away. Most likely she's just going to be sitting here waiting for that soak. Meanwhile, the rest of the Raiders are on the mid-shrine. A trade is not in an advantage for the Raiders, as they do take an entire fort, and I believe are currently ahead on structure. However, we do see in the bot lane, Falstad is doing Falstading stuff. This is a fun-looking kill possible. I've literally never seen somebody go green. Dark Knight getting really chunked down. Of course, it is 3v1, so like you're not going to win that fight. And coming in with the heals and the desperate prayer. This is a build I like. This is like, let's see if we can... Let's see if this Anduin gets a level 4 talent in this game. Because whenever I take that level 4 talent, I do not end up with a level 4 talent, if you understand what I'm saying. But looking at these building numbers, I would say that the side of TRSG Spice is ahead in terms of structure damage, which on this map is, it does mean quite a bit. It is quite meaningful, especially with additional pressure in the top lane, with the catapults and the additional passive experience gained by collecting those thingies. Instant mount's always fun. I love instantly mounting Cassia, Rel, very fun. ICC Raiders picking up their Siege Giants. TRSG Spice picked those up a while ago, pushing in with them. Looks like both these teams won't be able to get a whole lot of value out of them, just play the waves, get the soak, yada yada yada. Falstad versus Blaze in the mid lane. Falstad just being a little bit of a bully, a bird bully. A bully bird. Pens are relatively close to both these sides, but however, the stun lands onto the Nubrek. Light bombs come on now, Anduin using all of his buttons to get this X-Havoc safe and sound, except for the D. I do believe the pull is still up. And there's Light Will working its magic. Our tank is fully up. Falstad getting some free push in the mid lane. Gonna take an entire fort before anything really happens. Blaze just arriving just in time to see his building blow up. What's going on here? Tens, of course, arriving for TRSG Spice. Should be just around the corner for ICC Raiders. Here, there they are. Real quick before we get something happen. Hyperion and Blink Heal for the side of Spice. On the other side, we've got Mighty Gust, Ardent Defender, Summon Water Elemental Cocoon, and we don't know what the Anduin's gonna pick. I personally... I'd say Light Bomb. Yeah, there it is. Oh, X-Havoc getting real low, does get into the Blizzard. Oh, Ice Wall lands just as the Falstad Gust comes online, which means there's not going to be a lot of damage coming out. Oh, but the Blaze gets picked up, or the Brightwing, however, gets picked off by the Jaina. Webrat comes out onto the Falstad, this blue side, trying to get them right back into safe, but Yrel right arrived just in time for the backline to get the damage onto the Kalthos. And Spice is moving away from the subjective because that is no longer a winning condition. But Raynor gets so low and gets picked off by the bird, the Falstad. Ardent Defender comes out from the Yrel, and they are safe and sound and ready to roll. This single shrine, the single temple phase will be going over to the side of the Raiders. Spice just looking to do some free clear here, and suddenly Raiders are ahead on structure damage as opposed to behind as we saw from the first temple phase. Some soak here to pick up for this side of the Raiders. Black Stormer, of course, getting right on top of that. Raiders picking up top camp, looks like. Yep, there they go. Spice looking at bottom Giants as they're up in 3, 2, 1. You're all doing a little bit of some peeky eyes cheeking. Just looking at you. I'm just looking, just window shopping. Just looking. Giants coming online. These camp is up just now. Jaina and Anduin just finishing up their own bruiser camp. Raiders looking to get their own little siege camp going on. We got the Beetles doing work as Jaina does as much as she can. Spice looking for something. Falstad Gust. Oh, Falstad Fly. Come on now, but got cancelled at the last minute, so there's a 10-second penalty on that. Ooh, Jimmy getting a little bit caught out. Pops Hyperion. Oh, here comes the Fly. Here comes the Fly. But we got something. No, we do not. That Fly did not do anything. Gola getting a little bit low, but Brightwing Heal comes online. But the Light Bomb on the Anduin, but the knockback from Raynor negates that engage, and it's not looking too good for the side of Raiders in terms of what they're going to be able to get out of this, and the answer was nothing. Nothing is what they got out of this, and that's not usually what you want to see. They're going for something. But it is good news for the side of the Spice, as they're able to push in here because a lot of resources were used, and a lot of Spice resources are still up. We still got Ice Wall, got Bunker Drop, and both of the Brightwing charges. Botlane getting free pushed in here. Oh, but the side of the Raiders is looking for another engagement. Here a stun lands onto the Yrel. There's the Blizzard. Oh, Ardent Defender comes out. However, Raiders backline is in trouble. They got hit by the Ice Wall. The Nubrek blade coming in with the interrupts, but Anduin dies and the Nubrek dies. In exchange, Spice is now currently pushing into this camp, and Raiders can't do a thing about it because most of them are dead. Fun fact, corpses can't do a whole lot of defending. But all that engagement did give the side of the Raiders a whole lot of macro pressure. Look at this, we got an entire wave here pushing up against the wall here. And a bruiser camp just doing numbers. Doing numbers. Look at that. The entire front wall has been acquired by the Raiders that were picked up by Anduin and Jaina moments ago. You misclick that? Okay, we're not doing boss. I was just saying, why would we do boss? That's insanity. But in any case, both these teams are looking to be fighting in the butt lane. Falstad is in the top lane. It does have Gust. It is a 4v4. However, look at all that damage coming out. Ooh! And the ice wall lands directly onto Anduin. Anduin trying to light bomb himself to get himself out in time, but there is no go. And Yrel is once again finding herself in a very poor position. And there is a good boss call if I've ever seen one. However, Falstad, we trade here. They're on boss, we're going to take your fort. Which isn't bad. I mean, this boss might take the fort, but you know, you get something out of it. You get something out of it, which isn't entirely bad. Why does he say it? Why do you say that sort of seductively? This ring was all changed. Please don't talk to me about my son ever again. Anyways, boss pushing in the bot lane. ICC Raiders needing to be on the defense. Camp being stolen by the side of Spice. Somebody picks it up. There you go. That's what you gotta do. Oh, Ice Wall coming out. Mr. Paper got caught a little bit out. Oh, pull was maybe used in excess there. The boss is knocking down this bottom fort. They gotta get the whole fort for this to be worth it. Jaina getting a little bit far ahead, which is a common problem with Jaina, as that's how close she needs to deliver her damage payload. Oh, web wrap coming out onto the blaze. Boss is still up. We don't really have an opportunity to engage. We just use the web wrap to get a little bit of free out of this. Hyperion comes out, and we still got 4 giants knocking on this bottom fort. And looks like that'll be down. Along with the X Havoc, maybe there's the shield coming out from the bug, and that is a saved Anubarak. Very, very close to a dead bug. Some debugging just about happened over here. But both these teams are still surprisingly close in experience. Basically 17-17. Single temple phase is active. Bruiser Camp once again marching in the top lane, doing a lot of damage. Spice doing a lot of ignoring that one lane, but maybe paying the price for it later on. And there is yet another Bruiser Camp marching in the top lane. Top lane is being very pressured here. Yeah, Spice does not really have the ability to fight into this, as this temple looks to be going over the side of the Raiders. Spice is moving in. They are looking for something. Falstad is in mid lane, but that is Falstad, so he does have bird wings. Very good macro sense from the Falstad. Look at that. ICC Raiders backing out of the temple just as they know they should. Gave an attempt from Angola trying to knock our bug into the blizzard, but not quite gonna happen. Yeah, the Raiders backing out, letting them have the temple, letting Falstad free push mid lane, take an entire fort. Almost an entire fort. Most of an entire fort. Oh, there's a bug getting hit in the blizzard. That's just what we wanted. Oh, but the pull? Do we have a second pull? We do have a second pull. We do have a second pull. We're trying to get a light bomb onto Jaina. Jaina is still looking very, very much not okay, but there's a second pull coming out, and that is a saved Ice Mage. At 50 hit points, able to walk out with basically any auto would have finished her off, but didn't. Falstad finishing his job by taking mid fort, is rejoining the team looking to defend top fort. Always looking for a gust, but Anubarak gets so low. There's the gust into the fort. Do we have something? Looks like the focus is on to Blaze, who's getting back into the bunker. Yrel getting a whole lot of knockbacks. There's absorbing coming out right into the blizzard. She's looking fine, and Kael'thas is not. There is a down Kael'thas, and ICC Raiders is on the hunt for this kill. Looks like Jimmy is the kill target here. Brightwing Z coming out trying to save her, but the knockback from Yrel interrupts the escape, and Brightwing trying to blink heal her way out of there and cannot quite do it. May trying to get an Icefall to secure the disengage, which secures it for most of them, maybe except for Blaze. Blaze isn't looking so good. Ooh, Icing comes out. Blaze is so very low. There's a tackle trying to save him, but not quite enough damage, and that is a down Blaze. And it looks like ICC Raiders is going to take a kill on the May, and maybe we're looking to take the entire building here. This could very well be, and it's looking like it's going to be game for the Raiders. A very, very intense and well-fought game. One late game team fight, and that's all you really need. Well done. Very intense game. That was fun. That was a fun game. I like the amount of macro strength that the Raiders showed there. Is my delay up? Yeah, got delay. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. Well, win for the Raiders. Oh. Usually I'll run an ad right here to make sure that there's no pre-roll ads, but I still got another 28 seconds left on the cooldown, so we will really quickly wait 20 seconds, which should take approximately 20 seconds. Let's pop over to the talent screen. Is my extension working yet? Nope, my extension is completely busted. All right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Take a look at these talents here. So Kel'Thas went for some a green build, which I don't see a whole lot. Backdraft for some slow and oh, this is a very interesting KT build. I've never seen a build quite like this. Ignite is very traditional. The rest of them are kind of odd, except for Phoenix, of course, but yeah, Quesorosidea. Interesting green build Peekaboo on the right wing. Skating Way. I saw they may try to use Skating Way to help the Blaze get out of there. The naughty web? That was awesome. Maybe? I just pressed the play ad button and it played some ads for me. I mostly just use the ads to remove any pre-roll ads, so people coming into the series can just get right into the act instead of waiting 30 seconds for an ad to play. They get right in there. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the next game invites. We'll go over the rest of these talents here. Outside going for this good old Q build, Aerialist Flow Rider, Erel, Dauntless, Sand of Freedom, Divine Steed, Ardent Defender, Valen's Chosen, Tempo's Verdict, the Seraphim. Seraphim's fun. Whole bunch of unstoppables and 10-second cooldown. It's nuts. It's crazy. It's absurd, and I love it. Hand to win. Oh, I didn't see how many stacks I got in Piercing Light. Prayer, Light Bomb, Speed of the Pious, Glyph of Faith, Inner Fire. I love this build. This is awesome. Jaina, Mana Power. I love this. So we get the mana from her level 1, we get the mana from her level 4, we get the additional spell power from the additional mana because of level 4. Ice Flows for the 2-second ease. Icy Veins for the 0.5 second ease. Is it 4.5? I don't know the cooldown, but we do have Water Elemental and of course the good old Winter Mute, which is, you know, it's powerful. It's super nuts. Still no invites. We'll go over Nubrek, Legion of Beetles. We got Beetle build except for Beetlejuice because, you know, Epicenter is just phenomenal. Beta Barbs. Very nice. Yeah, I'd say this is a very standard Nubrek for my knowledge of Nubrek, which is probably 1 or 2 games. You know, so I'm basically an expert, you know, if you think about it. I don't really have that much else to talk about. Fight or flight. Place in the hole. just a very standard Jimmy build, at least from what I remember. Because again, I'm a healer main. I don't know how to do anything else. Yeah. Still very patiently waiting for this next game invite. While we're doing that, we can actually take a look at... Let's take a look at the bands that we got out here. So, oh, we actually do have the next scene. Get myself in there. Get me in there. Yeah, so Raiders banned out Dragonshire and Infernal Shrines. TRSG Spice banned out Cursed Hollow and Alterac Pass. First pick went over to the side of Spice, and the Raiders have selected Sky Temple for the first map, of which they were the winner, as you may have seen several minutes ago. For game number 2, it looks like we're heading over to Volskaya Foundry, and it would appear the selectors of this map is, once again, the Icecrown Citadel Raiders. Yes, know that I'm ready. I'll take a sip of water, of which I am running low. Delicious, delicious water. Any hoozles? Volskaya Foundry, a very fun map, and I'm very confused by the map ever since we had those changes for
Volskaya Industry.
the shrines. No. The fountains. The fountains. Because fountains are now invulnerable until the keep is gone. And when I say invulnerable until the keep is gone, I mean they die once the keep is gone. So typically, the strategy used to be you'd take a protector and you'd roll it to the next lane where the next protector would be, and you'd take that fountain. So there's no fountain for them for the next protector. But with the protector, with the way the fountains work now, I don't know what to do with them. Just throw them out of lane, see what happens. I don't know. You can even take the first protector bottom. We've been experimenting with just ramming it mid because it's right there. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what we're going to do with this. Of course, Stukov, we see banned in the first spot, because as a first banner, you have a free ban, and maybe a second free ban, depending on what the Raiders ban with their next one. Because typically, when you're drafting, the first is the Junus lands on the second draft, on the second team, to ban out the meta stuff. And Junus on the first team is to try to get some meta stuff. Like Johanna. Johanna is a powerhouse in the current meta. And TRSG Spice basically has 2 free bans, whereas ICC Raiders has to ban out the big powerful stuff. And Tychus, of course, we see get banned out there. We're seeing basically a rinse and repeat of the last game so far, so we're going to see a Regar get banned out here. Unless there's something scarier, but I would personally ban out the Regar. Yeah. There's the boy getting banned out. And first pick coming in for the side of Spice, we saw Blaze get banned out. I see no reason why Blaze get picked early. I see no reason why they wouldn't do that again this time. Maybe. Maybe. ICC Raiders now have 2 picks to select here.
For the Alliance above all.
Victory.
Anduin and Sylvanas is getting picked up from the side of the Raiders. Anduin, of course, like I said, one of the big healers in the current meta. After Stukov and Ragar, it's Anduin, and then it's free reign, and then you're running out of meta hero. So Sylvanas is a nice pick on Volskaya because her Banshee Queen buffs the turrets, and having a turret on point gives you a tremendous amount of control, and having that be even more powerful makes it even more powerful. On the side of the Spice, we got Tyrande and Vala coming in. Tyrande is an interesting pick. She's been kind of a sleeper in the current meta. A lot of people are saying she has a ton of power under her belt, especially with bird build. And of course, having a stun is, you know, very nice. And yeah, Vala is also she's quite good. A new Brett band coming in from the side of the Raiders. Didn't we see a Mei from Gola? But I do think Mei is good on this because she has excellent ability to control a point. TRSG Spice looking at a ban. Probably a tank. Maybe if I said I would ban the tank. Oh, Diablo. Okay. ICC Raiders looking at their next two picks here. We can see a tank, we could see an offlaner, we could see yet another damage, we could see something crazy. Personally, I want to see something crazy. Show me a Medivh. Or Genji. Or what's another hero that doesn't exist in the current meta? We're going to Mei and Lei and Leoric. We're going for the Mei and Leoric. Of course, Mei and Leoric. I feel like they're building for something, because with Entomb, you can put a lot of power there. You can get some really good stuff. I'd love to see Mr. Papercut pick up an Orphea, get some dirty bathtub going on. Kerrigan coming online, and ETC. Okay, some rather interesting picks here. ETC is he's kind of a weaker tank. He doesn't have a lot of hit points, but he makes up for it by having some really powerful tanking abilities. Kerrigan is a very skill-based melee assassin. So if we can see Kerrigan pop off here, we might see a ban in the third game if we get to one. Mr. Papercut rocking in with a Junkrat, so no dirty bathtub, much to my chagrin. Okay. Some very fun drafts I see coming online. I don't see a whole lot of value with the Leoric. Of course, Entombs are Entombs and they can get a lot of power, but there's not a ton of, like, sit you in place and make you dead skills. Except maybe with the Blizzard. I guess Wheeling Arrow would be nice. In-game. That's the scene I want to go to. But let's take a quick look at these comps before the game loads. ETC, Blaze, Kerrigan, Navala, and Tyrande. Moshes are going to be real money if we can hit them because there's a lot of follow-up. On the other side, Leoric, Sylvanas, Mei, Junkrat, and Anduin. Not enough time to think about that because we're getting right into the game, baby. Let's look over to the right side of the screen. For the side of the Raiders, we have X-Havoc rocking the Mei, Xerxes 89 on the Sylvanas, Zins on the Anduin, Mr. Papercut on the Junkrat, and of course, who could forget Dark Knight on the Leoric. On the other side, we have Grim rocking the... Okay, I was gonna say Maiev, but that is Tyrande with a Maiev skin. Blackstormer rocking the Blaze, Red-Faced Beast on the Kerrigan, Killer Fry on the Vala, and of course, Tank Gola on the ETC. Bird coming in, lands on the Junkrat. I would not see that Pierce because we saw Tyranda's going Lunar Build. Is that an auto build Vala? Okay. Blaze does not need to be double soaking, so I guess we're going with Neural Simba. I haven't seen that before. Oh, how could I have missed this? Oh, I am such a simple man. ICC Raiders, we're going for a little bit of cheese in the bot lane, trying to secure a bottom tower for free. It doesn't look like they were able to get as much as they would have liked, but, you know, otherwise, yeah, that's fine. Plays in the top lane. Looks like we got a bit of an off-lane top lane going on, which is a-traditional from what I'm used to seeing. A little bit of power slide landing onto Mr. Papercut, and there is some cat hair directly in my face. I think I got it. But it is 1 minute and 3 seconds into the game. Do you know where your camps are? Because on Volskaya, it is very important to get your turret camps out as quickly as you possibly can. because having a quick camp taken, it means that you should be able to get a second turret during the first protector phase, which gives you more control over the point, which of course is how you win. Where's Blaze? What's you dying from? Dying from York. York doing a lot of creepy hand. Creepy hands suck. Kerrigan. Oh. We have a pause, ladies and gentlemen, so we will real quick go into the BRB screen and experience the jams. What do I not get to experience the jams? Hold on. There we go. We are just currently waiting for the pause to be not paused. We are still waiting for the pause to be unpaused. We appreciate your patience during this trying time. I hope you appreciate these jams as a recompense. Looks like just in time we're getting ready to unpause as we get back into it. Maybe. Here we go. There we go. Alright. Getting right back into the swing of things here. Mid lane getting cleared. Looking for a little bit of damage. Kerrigan, Fury of the Swarm. I don't remember which tier her stacking cues were at, so I don't know if she went for it or not. Ooh, once again, Piercing Light. Let's see if we get a level 4 talent this time. This time. I didn't even see the first time. Look at that. That is some classic Junkrat shenanigans out there. And we got the Raiders holding onto their back camp. Objective will be up in 32 seconds. Ooh, stun. Trying to get onto the X-Havoc. X-Havoc is able to walk out of there. Not without giving up some stacks to our friendly neighborhood, Vala. Mid support camp is still up and active. Whack camp for the side of Spice is not available yet, which in some cases is better. Because being able to have the goons push while you're fighting over the objective does give you an advantage. Ooh, X-Havoc looking to interrupt some rotates as the team of Spice is looking to get some damage in here. Junkrat sitting on the point as the 4-man, or 3-man rather, pushes up to this lane here. UX Havoc looking for a kick into Blizzard, but not quite able to pull it off. Ah, yeah, since at 4, of course it's at 4. Spice looking to clear up this lane while the goons continue to push up there. Kerrigan doing her own thing. Junkrat's just kind of sitting pretty here. Clattering trap active. Junkrat getting out some free damage, and we should see. Yep, top lane is cleared. Kerrigan wandering her way down. Ooh, ETC getting caught. Get Junkrat. There's the boop coming online. Ooh, boops it just a second too late. Leoric getting focused down by the team here. Possession. Okay. Not going for the turret buffing. Understandable. A little bit extra pressure is always appreciated. And top lane is looking to start taking damage, but looks like we got Leoric heading up to deal with that. Alright, and the channel begins for the side of Spice as the Raiders pick up at their side of the turret camp. It gets scouted out by some friendly neighborhood bird. Should be able to take it before it gets completely invaded, and looks like Spice is deciding not to invade. I would have gotten your turret camp at that particular time. But time is not much of a friend here as the Spice is getting closer and closer to the all-important 99%. Leoric in the top lane, mounting up and headed on down. Raiders looking to step in here. Spice did realize they have a turret camp to pick up, and they will be doing exactly that. Turret is dropped on the side of the Spice. A little bit of chaos here. 2 turrets down directly onto the point. Looking for some damage out here. Pull from the end onto the Junkrat, and Vala gets real low. Some last minute heals from the Tyrande keeps her healthy for the moment. Leoric getting real low. Stun lands onto X-Havoc onto the front line, but the tank with the size of health bell, the blue health bars are getting real low. Stun lands, and Vala gets torn to shreds from the Sylvanas damage, and it looks like this will be an objective going over to the side of the Raiders. Spice is giving this up, and we got a red channel. Oh, Havoc getting low. Power Slide comes out, tackle comes out, but none of it quite lands, and looks like first objective is going over to the side of the Raiders, and what are we going to do with it? I'm honestly curious. I want to know. We're just pushing in mid lane. We're just pushing in mid lane. That's what that's what I do. It's right there. His health bar sucks. Just push in mid lane. Get a free wall, and then walk up to the top lane. Yeah. Yeah. And we do have Sylvanas and May in the Protector, so they are fairly mobile. So they can get out if they need to, I guess. We do have the rest of the Raiders just getting some free soak in other lanes. Protector is basically dead at this point. X-Havoc getting real aggressive out of the Protector. Oh, in the mid lane we got Mr. Papercut doing some juking and some dodging, getting right the hell out of there. Everyone's looking for some damage onto the Junkrat, but it looks like Junkrat will be able to get out of there. Will he? Oh! A good pull from the end and secures the getaway. That could have been spicy, but we have a healthy neighborhood garbage room. Oh, a huge stun onto the Kerrigan, and Kerrigan getting so low is juking and dodging all over the place in the tackle. Oh my god, Kerrigan. Oh, Sylvanas pays for it. What an engagement. I couldn't remember Kerrigan's name because I don't see her a whole lot, but that was intense. She got real low there. Tackle from the Blaze secures the... what is it? The not damage, the counter damage. Secures the CC that prevents Kerrigan from getting killed. But once again, we are relatively close in XP. There is a slight lead for the side of the Raiders. Turrets are getting picked up by both of these teams. Bird is getting sent. Doesn't quite land on anything. Both sides have a turret. Slight structure lead for the side of Raiders, but it doesn't really matter because this isn't Sky Temple. If you're looking for a Sky Temple game, there is one that I just casted several minutes ago. From these very same teams. What a crazy coincidence. Mid support camp getting a little bit neglected. Oh, Power slide and a solo mosh onto the Junkrat. We're looking for a lot of damage here, but a huge silence from the Sylvanas just about secures the getaway, but it's not quite enough. Ooh, but a power slide from the Mei onto the Val is not quite able to secure the damage because there's nobody in range. Your Junkrat is dead. Sylvanas is gone! And Mei is getting real low. Oh. Start. Alright, let's take a look at some of these 10s. Wild, TRSG Spice picks up this support camp. Mosh getting picked up by the ETC as we saw earlier. Bunker drop from the Blaze. Summon Ultralisk on the Kerrigan. Rain of Vengeance on the Vala. And of course, Scarfall on the Tyrande. For the side of the Raiders, we have Entomb getting picked up by the Leoric. We have Wailing Arrow for the Sylvanas, Ice Wall on the Mei, Riptire on the Junkrat, and Light Bomb for the Anduin. Ooh, power slide onto the Junkrat. Junkrat whoops himself away. Whoop. I'm going. Might get a full fort. No. A Spice does not quite lose the entire fort. Raiders. Oh, look at that. We have a Shrinked Vala. X Havoc dropping a Rolling Blizzard, trying to interrupt some rotates. And we're seeing some possession value coming online. Secure some macro pressure for the side of the Raiders, which I gotta say they're quite good at. Spice moving in, looking for a team fight, and Leoric is up here. We have a 5v5. Both these teams are looking for a fight in terms of toy advantage. It goes over to the side of Spice for having an additional heal turret on the Kerrigan. Kerrigan does have to get pretty deep, so maybe questionable how much value she can get out of it. But we will see. Channel going over to the side of Spice. And Raiders are moving down to get their turret, looks like. I think there's not quite enough time to do that, so they're probably giving up the entirety of the Protector to grab bot lane. Is it worth it? Is it worth it, is the question I would ask. Junkrat solo defending in the top lane and just giving the Protector. Honestly, I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I mean, because it's top Protector. Like, what's it gonna do? Take top keep? Who cares about top keep? Yep, Spice losing the bottom turret, and our parking back. Yeah, top fort is going down. Vala and Kerrigan are in the Protector. And macro pressure is very strong on the side of the Raiders. All lanes are pushed in. This Punisher has, or Protector rather, has a lot of stuff to get through. I very much like what the Raiders have done here. They've allowed Spice to pick up the Protector in exchange for basically the map. Like, they take the map for free. Because the Protector isn't doing anything, because all the lanes are pushed too far, and they're easy to clear the Protector. Oh, and Entomb, a Blizzard lands onto the front line. ETC getting real low. Should be going down any second here, but looks like he's going to get away. He does. Oh, he does not. And the Tyrande is next to go down. Healing camp coming up for the side of Redface. Beast does get value out of it. That is the Raiders picking up a lot of pressure here, and the lanes are already pushed in, so nothing else to do here but siege. Sylvanas trait coming out. Fort going down. Invading the camp. We don't have any R buttons online. Bunker coming in. Oh, and Kerrigan goes down. And that is Raiders picking up yet another kill. Another stagger. TRSG Spice, if they want to get back into this game, they gotta be a little bit patient and just wait for everyone to be alive. ICC Raiders are just pushing into top lane, which I think is a little bit questionable. I don't know how much value you get out of taking top fort. Because usually the victory lane is bot lane. Raiders picking up the support camp on their way out. TRSG Spice needing to do some damage control. Actually, they don't really need to. All lanes are pushed out. They are forced to give up an entire support camp. Turret's getting picked up by Spice, and now we are seeing an experience lead towards the side of the Raiders, which does mean they'll be quite a bit ahead, rather, on the race to 20s. Bird coming out, checking top siege camp. Not getting done at this point, as the Raiders are picking up their own turret camp. Alright. Macro decisions are being made here. Leorc securing a constant pressure in the bot lane. Spice rolling down to the bot lane to try to see if they can get something. Bird lands in Leorc. Look at how cute he is. He's so small. Top lane camp gets picked up by the side of the Raiders. And Raiders are getting pretty dang close to their 20s, which is what they want, and they do not want to fight at this point. Ooh, Leoric. Oh,
I'm getting another.
ooh, Spice is looking for a fight here. This will be a 4v5 or 5v4 in favor of Spice. ETC is coming in the backline looking for solo mosh onto May. May pops her blizzard and does get out alive, maybe! Andrew does have a second pull, so that is yes. Alright, and I did look. Andrew does have a level 4 talent, so that is muy bueno. A lot of resources were used in that attempt to fight post pre-20, and Spice was not able to secure a kill, so not a lot they got out of that. And at this point, they kind of just have to. Oh boy, what do they do? I don't know if there's enough time to get all of the soak in and get to 20s, but we shall see. They might have just be forced to fight down 20s, which is not what you want to see. Speaking of 20s, let's take a quick peek at what they got. Leoric with the Buried Alive, Deafening Blast on the Sylvanas, the big one on May, Extra Oomph on the Junkrat, and of course, Censure on the Anduin. A zoning Leoric we got going on here, as the side of the Raiders kind of just sit tight on bottom point, waiting for things to happen. We got pings coming out, some danger pings. There's a danger area down here. It is not looking like the Spice is going to be around in time for the Punisher to fight over, so we just got to push somewhere. I guess somewhere is mid lane at this point. Punisher is active, or Protector is active, and there it marches. We got Junkrat and May in the big robot body. And I don't know, Raiders does not look like they're going for the win here, which I suppose is reasonable. They're looking for some pressure. Where's this Punisher going? Where's this Protector going? So it's pretty close. No, we're still working on top lane. Just doing some long range sieging with our big Robo-Bud. 20 is just now coming online for the side of Spice. Leoric doing some ghost walk, being real spooky. Alright, let's take a quick peek at these 20s before anything happens. We've got Bolt of the Storm on the Blaze, Fortified Bunker on, or Bolt of the Storm on ETC, Fortified Bunker on the Blaze. Ice Wall coming out! Physical line on anything, Sonic Shift on the Kerrigan, Farfight Fliver on the Vala, and Ice Blade Arrows on the Yardal. Urel? Piranha. Jesus. Not a lot of value coming out of this Protector. It still has plenty of health and not a lot of time, so I would just shove this thing into something. Just get it in there. Oh, big Entomb onto the Blaze. Blaze does not have enough stuff to get himself out of there. He does, however, survive, which is all you really need to ask. Just get that Punisher in there. Oh, huge stun onto Leoric. Leoric does do some ghostly ghosting. He's looking a real low. Pull from the Anduin does save the Blaze a good route. Secures the interrupt on the power slide, and both these teams sitting pretty. 20s on both sides. slight structure lead for the side of the Raiders, but other than that, we're real even. Turret camp getting picked up from the side of Spice. Raiders looking at not a whole lot. Spice look at eyeing that support camp. Now would be the time to do it. If they knew that they were on the fortification camp, I would just rip this bad boy right away here, but you know, you don't actually know that. Checking bushes, I love to see it. And the Raiders are moving in, looking for something. There's a Blizzard just trying to separate the boy from the men, teams from each other. And the Raiders have started the support camp. There they go, trying to burn it down. Icewall coming out. Doesn't land on anything. Does separate ETC for a couple seconds. New York is alive. Does have Entomb. It looks like Spicy just going to be giving up this support camp. Not a lot to fight over. Next Punisher will be mid lane. We'll see what happens with that. Oh, is the Orc looking for an Entomb? I love those Wraith walks. It's just like, oh, is he gonna do it? Is he looking for something? That would be scary if he had it. Ooh, ETC face checks a bush. Blizzard comes out, pops a bit of an E, does get out of that. Oh, blink. Very well done. Reptar coming out. Not gonna be able to get a whole lot out of it. Does get 2 hits, so he does have a shorter cooldown. 15 seconds remaining for the Riptire. Because, of course, with extra oomph, if you hit 3, you get a free reset on the Riptire. You can just cast that bad boy again. Oh, well, that bird definitely saw whoever's in this bush here. Ooh, Icewall coming out. Ooh, lands on the Vala. That's a juicy target. There's Riptire. There's Blizzard coming out. The kick knocks the Vala back into the team. However, Entomb lands on the back line. Blaze is in the front line. A lot of blue health bars are very low. But not dead. Kerrigan's looking so very caught out, but caught out by nobody. Reptire coming out once again. Not enough damage to get a kill. Red-faced Beast on the Kerrigan looking real low, and the focus is coming out. Not enough CC to secure the getaway, and that is a Kerrigan down. Ooh, Mosh just misses, and that is not what you like to see. Now we got some boops for recess, trying to get that cooldown reduction on the Mosh, so we can have that back online. But being down the Kerrigan is unfortunate. ICC Raiders taking the opportunity to secure the siege camp while Kerrigan is dead for another 38 seconds.
Terminal activated. Take control of it.
Cool power slide on the Junkrat. Not quite able to get the secure. Oh, but the silence Entomb and the body blocks, and that is an ETC down. And that is a stagger you don't want to see. Oh, and Tyrande also going down, and that could very well be game right there. Riptire coming out. Not going to be able to secure a kill, of course, but is annoying. ICC Raiders trying to rip away at this keep, and it could very well be game here, and it looks like that's what we're going for right here and right now. This is a 2v5, soon to be a 3v5, but it's real tough. Core is falling, shields are down. Blizzard comes out, doesn't land on anything yet. Kerrigan looking for some kills, Blaze looking for some stuns, Light Bomb comes out, Bunker Drop, dodges the Light Bomb. Ooh, Kerrigan getting way out of the backline, but cannot secure a kill and gets down from it, and that is looking ever so much worse for the side of Spice, and this should be game here yet. Not enough time, and that is looking like GG, and there's a huge silence Entomb, and that should be, yeah, that should be game. More picks are always welcome, but it doesn't matter because this core is dead. GG's to both of the teams, and that is a second W for the side of the Raiders. Leaving them the victor. I'll wait a couple seconds to get the ad break going so we can see what went going happening. Meanwhile, I'll ping Gola. Not Gola. There it is. Bam! Get the meds going. Get the... Lovely. I'll hop into a lobby. And we just wait for an interview. And speak of the devil.
Hello there.
Hello, how is it going? How are you guys feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good, man. Feeling nice and strong.
Yeah, very well done. I gotta say, those are some fun games to watch.
Yeah, they were fun to play in too. Very competitive.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a quick walkthrough on the game one, which took us to Sky Temple. Any particular reason for that map selection?
Uh, well, we figured we'd take them to something that we're good at, which is big maps, and yeah, we just pretty much took it from there. I mean, they banned out good maps, we banned out what we thought was good, so we just took it to Sky Temple and just stuck to the plan, pretty much.
And I gotta say, you had a pretty good plan there. There's a lot of split pushing and just a lot of macro pressure that really kept them off their feet.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I tend to say this every week, but don't fight. Macro wins games. It's very simple. You don't fight. Don't fight.
Yep, exactly.
Heroes of the Storm is a relatively simple game once you understand that concept. So,
For sure. In terms of draft, I don't remember what exactly went into game one.
They banned out 2 out of the 3 heroes I play a lot. They banned out Tychus and Sylvanas. I don't remember what their other ban was, but I know those 2 were banned.
It was Stukov.
Yeah, it was Stukov. Yeah, of course. I mean, you can't really have a game without Stukov, Rhaegar, and Joanna banned. That's that's the meta that we're in. So
yeah. Unfortunately. But yes, I think game one was pretty close, but just a lot of macro pressure, and just eventually you're able to wear them down, especially with all that structure damage you have.
Well, yeah, because we noticed that once they would commit to a lane, like all 5 were there. So obviously in 5v4s they're going to beat us, and so we took advantage of that by not panicking, giving up a building or 2, and saying, look, let them push us 5, let them use all their CC and all their ults. We're just going to push other lanes, which is exactly what we did.
Yeah. Well done on that. All right, so moving over to game number 2. You took us to Volskaya. I assume the same sort of reasoning came in with that one?
Well, I mean, honestly, we really haven't played that map as much as a team. I mean, we realized the obviousness about Volskaya, that in the objective is completely useless. So we pretty much look at that map and say, yeah, the objective's up. If we can get it, great. If not, don't matter. Let's just push another lane, which we did at one point when we got bottom and they were all top. So it's pretty much it with Volskaya. It's just like the objective is so weak that you just get value elsewhere. So it's exactly what we did.
Yep. I gotta say, well done with that one. Yeah, because giving up the objective, it feels like it's wrong, but it just works.
Well, I mean, even in the end, you saw we got it, but we kind of didn't, because I had to break off to go catch Soak in a lane, so it didn't get that much value, but that's not the end of the world. So, teams tend to panic, like, oh my god, they got the objective, but it's really not that big of a deal. Perhaps post-20, when it's like a 30-minute game, then yes, but other than that, not really.
Yeah, after the 4th objective, it starts to actually hit pretty hard.
And he's a tanky boy at that point. Yeah. He can take a lot of damage.
But yeah, you guys stuck to your guns and did a pretty good job of maintaining macro pressure once again on that one.
Absolutely. Comms were nice and smooth. We had a few problems with that, but yeah, no, the team's growing, getting better every single week. And I know I tend to repeat myself, but I'm nothing without these guys, and they make me look good. And I'm very lucky to have each and every one of the players on this team. They each contribute something individually that make us stronger as a unit. So.
What an excellent transition to if you guys want to make any shoutouts, the floor is yours.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, of course, the team, right? I mean, everyone showing up to practice, doing the scouting. I mean, everybody, they all contribute individually and they all make us stronger. And I love each and every one of these guys, man. I mean, they're just incredible people and really good HOTS players, willing to learn, willing to take constructive criticism. Like, it's amazing. It's my 3rd season as a captain. I've never had a team that was able to be coached so well. to be able to put your ego aside and be able to take in constructive criticism and get better as a player. It's very difficult to find in a MOBA. As a matter of fact, I think it's very difficult to find in any video game, period. So that's the first shout out I'd make. Second is to you, Sergeant Scoops, for casting us. It's amazing. It's people like you that keep this game alive and keep it interesting. So I'm looking forward to watching the VOD replay and hearing your comments, because you're always a really, really good caster. So thanks for that. And of course, I can never forget to thank Agola, of course, and Team Rainbow Strike Go Spice for an amazing matchup. I know they've had a lot of late roster changes recently, but they made it very, very competitive, which was surprising, which was really nice. So kudos to them. And yeah, the Lich Queen and the whole ICC organization. I mean, can't thank them enough. It's a wonderful, wonderful organization, toxic-free environment where people can come and play games that they love. So yeah, shout out to all that.
Well, beauty. Well, thank you very much for stopping in, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Thanks for casting us. Really appreciate it.
Catch you later.
All right.
Okay, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Let's send you guys over to someone else who's currently streaming Heroes of the Storm. Cat. She's yelling at me. Let's see what we got here tonight. Hmm. Doesn't look like we got anybody streaming, so I guess I'm just gonna end here. Well, thank everyone for stopping by, and I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.